Let's see if we can get a drink. This female corpse is dressed in a heavy burlap shirt covered with food and wine stains. Yeah, so that's about normal. Yeah, it doesn't look like we can get a drink. Let's leave the corpse in peace. Yeah, zombie bartender. As you turn away, you notice Mort staring at you. Eh? What is it? Did you see the way that cadaverous beauty was staring at me? Mort, his teeth chatter as if in anticipation. She was looking for some lucky clutter to thaw her coffin. Please don't start this again, Morta. Morta ignores you and becomes thoughtful. I don't really mind the attention, actually. It's just I like to be seen as something more than just a skull, you know? I have feelings that go beyond my base animal instincts. I want courtship and some fortnight fling around the mausoleum. Not some fortnight fling. Alright. Keep it up and I'm gonna fling you somewhere. I'm tempted to say that. Yeah. Let's say that. Keep it up and I'm not... Yeah, I will say this actually. Keep it up and I am gonna fling you somewhere. Whoa, Chief. Morta backs slightly out of arm's reach. Woman, they appreciate lovers, not fighters. You're perhaps the last person I would ever take romantic advice from. Yeah. If I had half the sense you died with... If you had half the sense you died with, you'd know better. Morta's voice rises to new heights of smugness. When it comes to the annals of love, I wrote 'em all. Whatever, Mort. Let's go. Okay, so this guy seems to be trying to get our attention. Let's go talk to him. Actually, there are a lot of named characters here from the looks of it. Well, I mean, this is a bar in an RPG, so there are probably lots of quests here. Let's save. Where do we start? I guess we'll start with this guy, because he's signaling at us. This tiny, wizened man is dwarfed by his huge dustman robes. They look as if they were chosen to cloak his small stature. Although he looks to be in his late 90s, this man is extremely energetic. He fidgets continuously, and his eyes dart around the bar like a bird's. Greetings. The man's eyes gleam as he takes your measure, and he gives a slight nod in greeting. Hail and well met, traveller. You like one who is just getting their sigil legs about them. He trails off. Pardon me, have we met somewhere before? Your face seems familiar somehow. Okay. Possibly, are you certain it was me? No, I don't know. We don't know if we had a good friendship or maybe we were rivals or something. So I don't think... Yeah, I'm going to say no, at least I don't recall you. Maybe I was mistaken. Mortai shakes his head. Well, no matter. How is it that Mortai Gravesend may help you? Do you seek... He clucks his tongue as he speaks. The contract, perhaps? What's a contract? The contract? Why, it is but a simple transaction. From the depths of his huge robe, Mortai pulls forth a dusty parchment and a quill pen. I give you 50 commons. In return, after death, the Dustman faction may claim your remains. He smiles and clucks his tongue. What use will you have for them at that point anyway? What do the Dustmen do with the body? Well, look around the bar. Not interested, thanks. I did have some questions, though. Yeah, I think that's fair, because we don't seem to be... Death seems to not really affect us in quite the same way as others, so we'll just say not interested. So... Can you tell me about some of the patrons here? I'll ask about Farad, actually. I mean, we already asked Anna about Farad, but... Anyway. Mortai frowns. He's one of the collectors, isn't he? I know little of him. I think Initiate Emoric, we know about Emoric, mentioned him in passing. Mortai glances around. Emoric should be around here in the bar somewhere. He can usually be found in the far corner at the head table, I believe. Okay, so just write it. I don't know. In one of the far corners. So we entered over here, so that way. I think that's all I wish to know for now. He has a strange expression on his face. Is there something wrong? Forgive me, I must ask again. Are you sure we haven't met before? I think I'm just going to say, possibly, I don't recall you. Because we're not really giving anything away. Yeah, no matter. Something about that one. Yeah. Okay. Let's go up here. This zombie worker looks a little different from the others. Very blue. Yeah. Let's leave the corpse alone.
Need an identify spell to know what she wants.
Okay. Oh dear. Yeah, Emoric. And a couple of zombie bodyguards. Let's just talk to Emoric. You see a heavy-set man in his, with dark skin and grim features. He is dressed in dustman robes and is regarding you with a stony gaze. Greetings. You have the look of one lost. The man's voice is like stones settling. Did the wind send you, or are you here with purpose? Who are you? I'm Emoric, factotum and initiate of the Fourth Circle. Yeah, well, the only option is to say, is this your bar? Because the other one's just farewell. If you measure ownership in copper, this is not my establishment. If you measure ownership in spirit, it is mine. He pauses, as if trying to emphasize a point. The dustmen here are my students. They are under my protection. Can I ask you some questions? He waits. Could we join the dustmen? Not sure that I'd want to, but maybe that is an option for this character. Yeah, I'm searching for a man named Farad. Have you seen him? I would know why you seek the collector, Farad. I could say he stole something from me. It seems to be kind of expected of him. I mean, dustmen seem to know that he's a bit shady. Let's see what else, what other options there are. Wish to speak to him. Is there something wrong? Yeah, I'm just gonna say he stole something from me. Emoric remains silent, his gaze unnerving. He doesn't seem to blink. Why do you want to know my business with Farad? The collector Farad has brought many corpses to the mortuary of late. One must ask where these bodies are from. Ooh, this sounds like it might lead to a quest. Look, whatever is... Perhaps I could find out where these bodies are from. I'll say, tell me about these bodies. Some are recent dead. They still have their last moments in their eyes. Many more bodies are centuries dead. The dust of ages lies upon their bones. One must ask where these bodies are from. Well, I don't think we're friends with Farad if he brought our corpse here, so... yeah, perhaps I could find out where these bodies are from. How would you do such a thing? I would track down Farad and ask him. Well, that's a simple answer, but I guess that's a good start. If you spoke with the Collector Farad and returned with his answers, you will have done a great service for the Dustman. Find where the dead he brings us are from, and you will be rewarded. Very well. I will speak to him and find out where these dead bodies he brings you are from. And if, it's legit, then there's nothing to worry about. And if it's evil, then, maybe these dustmen should know. So I think this is, there's no harm in doing this. Imorg nods. Your path is our path. Return here when you have the Collector Fair's answers. Good. Now we have an excuse to ask him where he is, even though we already kind of know that he's in an alley somewhere here. Oh, he doesn't know. Okay. So it's actually a good thing we paid Anna for that information then. What's this? Okay, so they're gates, but they don't seem to be too important. Alright. Any other dustmen who look interesting? What's the one at the bar like? Can I ask you some questions? No, he is drinking. Okay. Could we get a drink somewhere? Seer the Skeptic. As you approach, the elderly woman turns and stares at you. La, look who's come a-callin' on Seer today. Death's dearest son. She looks at you up and down, then shakes her head in disbelief. By every power in its mother, boy, what crypt did you crawl out of? This is kind of a lie, because we crawled out of the mortuary. And we're not going to tell her that. Yeah, I kind of like this. Well, the crypt was losing its charm, so now I'm looking around for the right place to die. Know of anywhere? I like that. She barks a laugh that rattles your ears. Ha! Not here unless you want to die of boredom. What's wrong with here? Someone pinch your sense and look at the right sight, boy. She waves her hand around the bar. Look around. What do your eyes tell you? It's a dustman bar. Very good. Seer chuckles dryly, though she doesn't seem to be laughing at you. At the risk of explaining myself, dustmen are the dullest breed of dullards ever to nest in Sigil. Always speaking of death reverently, like it's some holy union that every creature in the multiverse should strive for. Yeah, I think we're losing our interest. We're going to ask, are you a dustman? And then I think we're just going to leave, if nothing interesting comes up. A dustman, suppose. I've had enough sand pass through the hourglass while wearing these robes. The body's almost ready to pay the ferryman. She chuckles, but there's not much mirth in it. This conversation is going kind of weird. I think Nameless One is getting a little bit curious. Are you afraid of dying? Of course I am, boy. Who isn't? Well, except dustmen, they're not afraid because they've been swallowing too much of their own bat droppings over the decades. They've been blinded into thinking that death is some kind of release. So what sparked this crisis of faith? She shrugs. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to know. Oh, would you? She looks at you skeptically. How old are you? How old do you take me for, boy? I don't know and I don't care. No, we're gonna say... We're gonna let her down gently. Not too old. She snorts. Well, you're wrong. I'm really old. Now, I've spent most of my long years teaching dustmen. I've seen many dustmen whelps grow within our order, taught them the ways of the faction, kept the faith, preached the tenets of the faction, and so on and so on. No questions, no doubt. This life was merely an antechamber that led to the true death. Well, a half month back, I went sick with the fever. I thought it was the end. It rattled my cage. There's something about having your faction members circle around your deathbed like a pack of pale-faced ghouls, nodding and agreeing your suffering and dying is all for the best. Oh, Sir is so fortunate. She shall soon be relieved of the burden of life. Burden of life? That's when it struck me. That there's something addled about not appreciating your life. The Dustman keeps saying that life is misery and suffering. Is it? That we should be happy to pass on into oblivion? Should we? Questions, and precious few answers. What will you do? To be square, boy, I don't know. That's the problem with doubt. I can't even trust that what I'm feeling is true, or if I'm scared of death only because of the brush with the fever, or even what I should do. Is this a passing thing? I don't know. Okay. Okay, that's a lot of text. Alright, let me go through this. So first option, okay, is basically, kind of almost shaming her for not trusting the Dustman. We're not going to do that one. I treat this as a test for your belief. Okay, that's kind of a religious attitude, I suppose. It's a test. It's not too bad. It's kind of out of character, but if nothing else. At the core of the Dustman philosophy is that life is one of pain. It is a difficult thing to answer. Look, I had some other questions. I mean, it's a kind of an interesting story. I don't think our character would get involved, honestly. Okay. I must take my leave. I mean, I think we have a good idea where Ferret is, and I don't think that conversation is going to go anywhere more. Who is Naroch, I guess, is the name. You see a spindle-thin dustman in dirty black robes. His stiff black hair springs forth from his skull like a crown of spikes, and his leaper-white skin is drawn sharply across his skull. He's frowning into his drink and mumbling to himself. Well, I don't think we'd approach someone like that, honestly, so, let's leave him in peace, actually. Might miss a quest, but it seems kind of out of character to approach someone.